So today we're going to do a big one.
Okay. Let's do it.
Do you want to take any guesses? While I drink my Gatorade.
Oh, God. Okay. Casey Anthony.
No.
She's out dating, and she got a bob haircut.
Yeah, she deserves a bob haircut. No.
I was.
Why do you love bob haircuts?
I kind of do think that they're back.
There then. Fine, you love Casey Anthony. That's what we are taking away from today. We already covered Casey Anthony.
Right. We did the Mormon lady that had the kids, Ruby Frankie.
Yep.
Okay. Is it a lady?
Think bigger.
Bigger?
Yeah. Like one of the heavy hitters.
Of murder?
Yeah. We got a Valentine's Day of him.
Boy or girl?
Boy.
A boy killer. Dahmer?
No.
Who's the guy that everybody thought was handsome?
Ted Bundy.
Yes.
No, we got a Valentine's Day. Look up at our 2 Valentines that we got that are serial killers.
Ed Kemper?
We've done Ed Kemper.
Oh, isn't that Ed Kemper?
Sure is. Look at the other wall.
Oh, where's the other one?
Beside the spoons.
Oh, I can't see it. It's covered with the mat.
I set you up for failure. I apologize.
BTK?
That's the one.
Bound, Torture, Kill?
Yep.
Ed Trader? No. I forget what his name
Rader.
is.
Yeah, so...
Wow.
Yeah.
And he was fully unknown for like a long time.
Do you know how he got caught?
I thought he like confessed. He was just so bored or something. I don't
know.
know.
But he might as well have.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about it. And that's my favorite part of the case, really, because there's nothing else that's okay about it. It is, I think, because of the way that he got caught. This is one of those cases that like kind of goes down as like not like it's not. There's nothing funny about it, but it's just kind of like a.
I think when you juxtapose the crimes to the person,
yeah,
it's like this guy was kind of like a nerdy, kind of mild-mannered guy.
Yeah,
it
everybody thinks
odd.
he's a dope-de-do kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But then to hear the actual like the nitty-gritty of it all, it's so horrific. And I was here last night finishing up my research by myself, and I was like certain I was going to be killed. Jeez. I literally had I made a weapon. So if anyone out there is trying to kill me, today's not the day.
I have told you many times I have no problem coming here in the middle of the night to be with you.
And murdering me?
I've begged you, in fact.
I literally plugged in my curling iron. And I was like, I will fuck shit up.
I dare as soon as you get within 3.5 feet of me, motherfucker.
I poured a pot of hot coffee. Well, there was no coffee in it. It was just water. But it was hot.
This is tap warm.
This is tepid at best. So, in researching it, it was so horrific. This man is a monster in every sense. And I need to truthfully it was issue and trigger together.
Okay.
So I need to issue a trigger warning off the top. Did you see that we got a comment where somebody was like, stop issuing trigger warnings. Trigger only means to put in action. And I was like, this guy's easily 60 plus.
What? Trigger means to put in action?
Yeah. Like he was like, he wasn't thinking about it. He doesn't probably know the modern.
Oh, he's thinking like a trigger of like a gun or like pull the trigger. I got you.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, chill out, buddy. He's like, stop saying it.
Hey, you're like, I think you triggered him.
Oh boy,
sorry,
that
sir.
was. It was
you're always sorry for
triggering. For
I
this
triggered
fella.
you.
So yeah, everything I'm gonna have to say. I mean, there is gonna be animal cruelty in the second or third episode, but in the first one we can skip that. Thankfully,
Really?
But sexual assault, murder, child murder. While there's actually no child sex assault in this one, it's definitely spoken about in the same way. So, I mean, if that's a trigger, this is also going to be a hard one. Home invasion, stalking, just really anything. Like, not being ironic. It's just like if you are bothered by anything, he's the worst.
Spin the wheel of offensive crimes.
Exactly.
And you'll hit it.
Yeah. So I think the way I'm going to try and cover this case is in part one. We'll go through the things as they happened from the perspective of like maybe law enforcement.
Okay.
And then in the second, we'll go about how he got caught. And then in the third, we'll go about his trial and his perspective and who the fuck cares. But I mean, it is important to hear kind of the victim's last moments as much as we can actually get from him because he's fucking full of shit all the time.
Oh, really? Now,
He's one of those guys that talks.
Am I wrong to kind of put him in that vein as like an Ed Kemper in that, like, just that a matter of fact, like, hey, here's what I did. Like, to me, he's got that same, maybe not delivery, or cadence, but he's got that
Ed Kemper
coming forward.
No, he talks a fucking lot, but he's one of those guys that just thinks he's the cat's meow.
Was Kemper a bullshit artist? I never got that sense from him.
No, I don't think, like, not really, but could he fucking talk?
Right, yeah.
But no, with Dennis Rader, I think it was a lot of trying to glorify things and trying to embellish things to make himself look like this, like, scary, dark, like, romanticize things, essentially. And you'll see a lot of it. And it really led to his undoing, which is, like, get fucked.
Yeah.
He also, like you said, you thought that he got bored and he confessed, but no, his exact words were, "I thought I was going to ride into the sunlight without anybody knowing about this," and it just was a game of cat and mouse that I got carried away with.
So he wanted to be known.
He wanted to be known, and he wanted to just keep, like, dangling that.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
it's all ego, right? All ego.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. Well, you'll find out exactly what he's all about. But first, I'm going to give you the events that took place on January 15th of 1974 in Wichita, Kansas, on North Edgemoor, the 6-bedroom bungalow where the Otero family lived. Do you know any of this case at all? Like, it's not ring.
No, I know of him in general.
Right,
I remember when he was caught in that trial. Just him in that suit, kind of in court,
just looking like Red Foreman from fucking hell.
100%.
So, the Otero family had moved from Puerto Rico after a brief stay with family members while looking for employment. Before that, the family had lived in Panama Canal Zone, and before that, they had lived in New Jersey. So 10 weeks earlier, they had moved to Wichita, which is great. But, I mean, coming from Panama and then, like, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, Panama, Puerto Rico. I'm in Wichita.
Like, we got the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And 40 years, we got Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
40 years, we'll be a good football team.
So they had moved there due to the father, Joseph, getting a job in aircraft repair. This is what Wichita was all about. It was there was Boeings and a bunch of other planes that I can't remember the names of. But yeah, it was a big manufacture town. And people came there a lot because of that.
Like aerospace, big aerospace town.
Totally. So Joe was 38. He was a strong man, and he was a skilled boxer. But weeks before, he had totaled the family's second car, and as a result, he had broken some ribs. His wife, Julie, was 33. She was also a skilled fighter. Yeah, so she was skilled in judo, which is judo jiu-jitsu?
No, judo's more...
karate-ish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she had also taught the family's 5 children judo. So the eldest was Charlie. He was 15 and in high school. Danny was 14 and Carmen was 13, both in junior high. And Joey and Josie, the 2 youngest, were 9 and 11, respectively. And they were both in elementary school. So the kids kind of had staggered wake-up times because they didn't all have to be at school at the same hour.
Right, okay.
So this would allow the youngest children about an extra half an hour to sleep in.
Which, when you're that age, is like, oh.
Actually, it would be way better if the high school boy.
Yeah.
But no, he was at the door first. Or second, I believe. So the 2 middle schoolers were off first, and then Charlie would leave after them. So Josie and Joey woke up, and their mother was already with their cereal bowls on the table. When Charlie had left for school earlier, he had turned to pull down the garage, but Joe had stopped him. His broken ribs were making it a painful task to do it. So he was like, just leave it open because I'm going to have to drive the little kids to school. But this was a Tuesday, and otherwise it should have been unremarkable, aside from the fact that Joe was home with his broken ribs. Like, everything else is kind of business as usual. But when Charlie arrived home from school after 3 p.m., he first noticed as he walked in the back door to go inside that the family dog, Lucky, was outside. She was never left outside. She was a big barker, and I mean, it's also January. So when he went inside, he noticed first that his mother's purse was upside down with all of its contents spilled out of it.
That's a big indicator.
Unless your mother is me.
You're like, I'm just trying to find my keys.
Yeah, exactly. So when he yelled to see if anyone was home, Danny and Carmen were already in the house, and they called out, "Charlie, come quick. Mom and Dad are playing a bad trick on us." He raced to his parents' bedroom, but when he saw his parents, he knew that it was not a trick. His father had a belt around his neck, and his eyes were bulging. Charlie knew that his parents were gone. His mother was bound as well, on her back on the bed. Charlie would run out of the house and bang on neighbors' doors asking them to call the police because the phone line had been cut, which is the most fucking terrifying thing of all.
Right.
Of all. So when the police got there, they had noticed right away that the home phone line had been cut, and Charlie told them, I should trigger you for this one. Charlie told them, when Joey and Josie arrive, don't let them see what's going on. Bring them directly to me. And that was when an officer pulled him aside and told him that the youngest Otero members of the family had been located in the house, and they were also deceased.
Oh, shit.
Josie, who was only 11, was found hung by a noose over a drain pipe in the basement. And although she had not been violated in a sexual way, they did find semen on her leg and as well just on the basement floor. And little Joey, he was in his bedroom. He had the cords from like Venetian blinds wrapped around his neck and a plastic bag with 2 t-shirts over his face. It was easy to see that there, and one of the detectives that I was listening to was like, the most jarring thing of all of this, like as if this wasn't horrific enough, was that there was very visible chair leg marks in the fresh carpet right beside the little boy's body. So this man had pulled up a chair and sat and watched as the little boy passed away. They said that,
wow.
They said that as, you know, different police officers were arriving, you know, cops that were usually like boisterous and like kind of know-it-all and stuff like that, as they pulled up, everybody was just stone somber, like dead silent.
Wow.
You know,
well, the 70s, right?
Yeah.
In Kansas, to me, is kind of like sleepy, boring, kind of Midwest.
Yeah. So that's kind of what they said, is that everybody had their doors open, which I think was just common practice in the 70s in general, right? But something that the officers did find a little bit strange was that the blind cord that was around little Joey's neck had not come from inside the house. Someone had brought a blind cord with them.
Oh.
Yeah. So the fact that, you know, there was no forced entry and the killer seemed to have taken his time led them to believe that this must have been a personal killing. This was like a revenge type thing, and that the family must have known their killer. Although this is like, I would say, and you can probably, I say this is bordering on racist. Mm-hmm. Although there was not even an over-the-counter bottle of painkillers found in the house, police thought that this was possibly drug-related due to the fact that the family had just traveled from Puerto Rico.
Okay. Yes. It's
and nobody
dumb.
said that outright, but I was just like, they're like, well, maybe it was because they traveled, like they were moving drugs. And I was like,
I mean, that's a big stretch for a cartel.
Nobody doesn't have anything. They've got kids that are like, you know,
yeah,
they're shipping off to school all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, they thought maybe it was some sort of a transportation job gone wrong. But things that were puzzling were that some of the knots at the scene that were tied, they were tied with a certain level of skill. Mm. And there was like a whole bunch of different, the book that I listened to, it was like, they're like rhyming off all these knots. And I was like, geez, okay, you know a lot of knots.
Windsor, single Windsor, double Windsor.
The ones that I remembered, I just wrote down because it was like blood knot, slip knot, hitch knot, half hitch knot. I'm like, that's a freebie.
Hitch knot, that's in here, isn't it?
What's
Did you get hitch knot?
What's hitch knot?
I thought he used the hitch knot.
Well, he did, yeah. No, he used all of those.
Oh, your name. Oh, okay. I thought you were naming it. I thought you were naming the knots that you knew. And I'm like, I thought you were like, here's my knot
knowledge.
Like,
here's my knot knowledge.
Yes.
Double.
You're like, I know slip knot. I know a hinge knot. I'm like, look at you.
I was a Boy Scout.
You are a naughty gal.
Hey, damn. So it seemed as though, sorry, my computer blacks out when the...
So do I.
It seemed as though the killer was knowledgeable in that department. So the Wichita police would involve the FBI, and even with their help, looking for a nationwide MO, that matched this one, they were coming up with nothing.
Yeah.
Which also, I mean, like, there was no internet. So,
even
like,
if you had,
like,
yeah.
Hey!
Yeah. I mean, how do you centralize all of these
so
little
hard.
departments?
You'd have to call
right?
everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So people in the city of Wichita were shocked by such a gruesome crime. Although it was, this was kind of a city in which crime rate was a bit. Did I say crime rate?
I believe you did.
Okay, well,
which is fine. I should leave it in.
I'm like Elmer Fudd.
Crime doesn't wait for nobody.
So, although it was a city in which the crime rate was a bit higher, due in part to the fact that they were a manufacturing city, and people from all over, all over the country would flock there for jobs. But what was once considered to be somewhere where people did not lock their doors, the doors were now being double checked. And along with making sure before they went to bed that their phone line hadn't been cut. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Like, how do you know your phone line hasn't been cut?
Right. I think you just listen for a dial tone. That'd be the only way to
fuck. You know
but
what?
Other than like, hey, pick up the phone. All right, still working. All right, night.
You're so smart. That would be the easiest way to fucking do that. I'm like out back searching for like a cord somewhere. Meanwhile, Matt's just like, got it. So Charlie said of that day that he often puts himself in the shoes of his family member and feels the mental and physical pain that they went through on that day.
Charlie, don't do that, please. Stop it right now.
Yeah, so
swallow it down and put it in a pit and let's never speak of it.
Yeah, no. You know what? I think that's what men in the 70s did, and I always say men push their feelings right into their pancreas, and that's why you're getting all these sicknesses. Like, people need to therapize themselves.
Yeah, true.
Charlie, go to therapy.
Yeah. Don't carry all that with you. It's a lot of weight.
So, not long after, a couple months, April 4th of 1974, 21-year-old Catherine Bright was coming home, but her 19-year-old brother was with her. Catherine lived alone, but her brother Kevin was, they had gone out that night. And when they entered her place, a man wearing a stocking cap with a gun in his gloved hands was waiting for them.
Jesus.
He told them that he was wanted by the police and that he needed their vehicle to make a breakaway. He binded both of them, but Kevin was able to break free. He would try to overcome the masked intruder, but he would ultimately be choked and shot in the head twice.
Oof.
Thinking...
Going down swinging, though, man.
Thinking that he had eliminated the issue, the intruder would then turn his attention back to Kathy, whom he had taken into another room trying to separate the two. But Kevin was still alive.
He was shot in the head twice?
Mm-hmm, the face twice, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And he would manage to sneak out to go and get help.
What? Like, not die in a corner?
Nope. Sadly, upon realizing that Kevin had gone, this intruder decided that he needed to work quickly with Kathy, stabbing her multiple times. Kevin would run to the neighbor's home, bleeding profusely from the 2 gunshot wounds to his face. Mm-hmm. He would beg them to call for help, stating that the intruder was still in his sister's house, quote, doing a number on her.
The fact that he had to beg with the blood, it would just be like, see the blood, you got 911 already dialed.
The thing is, I don't think 911 was a thing then. Because
oh, shit.
Yeah, because they're calling a lot of, it doesn't really matter, but I mean, like, they're calling, like, the county, the local county emergency services a lot.
Yeah, let me put you through. Who do you need? Police! All right, hang on.
Hang on. So, by the time the cops arrived, the man was gone, and Nancy was still alive, but barely.
Oh, God.
She kept claiming that she was unable to breathe, but she and Kevin would both be rushed to the hospital. Sadly, after 4 hours, Nancy would succumb to her injuries, but Kevin would live, and he would be able to give an extremely vague description of the man. He was like,
you got shot.
He was like, this tall. He was a white guy, like
white guy in
Kansas. He was like
Kansas.
maybe 30 years old. So as the person, this is the person that killed his sister, but he was literally like just like, it was the most like,
tall guy.
Bland. Yeah. So we're going to do a break in the video.